is only war.
What is up, Dirtbag Nation? World top 40k player with the Recon Marine Keevil, bringing you some 40k content with Chaos Space Marines today. If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for clicking on the video. First off, we were #1 Grey Knight player in the world 3 years ago, and then switched to the Chaos side and made us a #1 in the world Chaos Space Marine player. Last year, we actually played Death Guard, which we made us the #1 ranked Death Guard player in the world, and then this year we switched to Orks, #1 in the United States with Orks so far. Crazy couple years. If you guys, if you've heard of Chaos Cold, that's kind of where it originated, from the Dirtbags. It was freaking awesome. Adding in these new detachments with Chaos Cold is just going to be dumb. Just so good. I ran Chaos Cold, an 11th edition game on the channel. If you guys want to go check that out against Space Marines, we were running Night Lord variant of Chaos Cold. It is illegal now after looking at the points. The only 1 detachments are the brand new ones that they put here. All the other ones are 2, and then there's a couple 3 mixed in. So I'm probably going to be running Night Lords specifically with maybe one of these detachments mixed in with it. But the Night Lords in 11th edition, guys, is freaking insane. Just with the test game alone, it was battle shocks everywhere. So that's going to be super fun to test out. So we'll get some Chaos Space Marine content up on the channel soon with a whole bunch of different detachments. And today we're going to be going over the 3 single point ones and give you some ideas on what could be really good combining that. And then 3-point detachments. We already guessed that's what they were going to be. They're the most popular. They're already good with what they are, so we don't really have to mention those. And yeah, we'll get into it. So if you guys want to check this out, the description below, the new website has a link to this, which is all of the t-shirt designs. You guys get all of the Chaos factions, all the different Space Marine factions. This is up for sale. If you guys want to support the channel, that's the best way to support it, as well as head over to Patreon if you want that professional coach with myself in your corner to bounce ideas off of getting into 11th edition, because it's always good to have somebody in your corner that you can ask questions about anytime. And that's what the Patreon page coaching is all about. So let's get into it. Quick sponsors, and we'll be back for Chaos Space Marine new detachments. All right, guys, thanks for clicking on the video. If you guys want to support the channel, stay tuned towards the end of the video where we'll go over all of this stuff, as well as any of the links in the description below for laser lines, shirts, and gear is in all the description. So stay tuned towards the end and enjoy the video. All right, so we got 111 Chaos Cold 2. Scary. Creation's a Bile 3. I could see that. It's good the way it is right now. Everything else is 2, and then down here 3 for Horon's Marauders. Literally, I said one of the best attachments. When it came out, it was just made for Chaos Space Marines. Like, it has everything. So I could see that being 3. Packbound Zealots, obviously we knew it was going to be a 3. Renegade Raiders came out, most popular played, also a 3, and then everything else is 2. So some things you can really combine with. I think Warp Strike Champions is the Night Lord new Warp Strike Champions, I think, is the Uppy Downy Terminator one. That one could be really good with the Cabal of Chaos, the Chaos one, which we'll go over. Veterans of the Long War, Oath, not bad. Soul Forged being 2 detachment points is good, but it doesn't combine with any of these, which is weird. So I wasn't super excited about our 3 solo detachments, but it does fit in some of the specific ones. Renegade Warbane, ignore. Nightmare Hunt, cool. I think Nightmare Hunt is the new one. That is the one that we're going to be testing out compared to the Dread Talons. Dread Talons is the old one, which could still be really good in the 11th edition, so we're going to test out both and see which one is better. The Nightmare Hunt, though, +1 to wound on battle shock units is just really good. And then Chaos Cult, already threw that up there. Deceptors, just not a huge Deceptor fan. Dread Talons, and the Fellhammer Siege Hosts is going to be kind of nuts in 11th edition. And I always say, when you guys are going back into 11th edition, look at all of the data sheets, every single one of them in Chaos, and see which one you can apply to the new 11th edition rules. -1 to hit is what we're going to be looking for. So anything that is a -1 to hit, strat, enhancement, anything like that, adding that to the -1 ballistic skill or stealth or cover is going to be a really good combo in 11th edition. So what I was running was the Demon Prince gives 6-inch infantry aura -1 or gaining cover. So gaining cover in 11th edition, you're getting -1 ballistic skill. So even if you're wide in the open -1 ballistic skill within 6 inches of the Demon Prince, and the Demon Prince is lone op within 3 of an infantry model. So they kind of go hand in hand. So that for example, the Fellhammer Siege Host, everything's going to be -1 ballistic skill. If there's a -1 to hit strat in there as well, maybe chosen with a led by a sorcerer with -1 to hit, they're going to be -2 to hit, walking up the table or advancing up the table next to a Demon Prince. And then they have a 5-up feel no pain to shots for the round. And then there's an enhancement that you can negate 1 failed save. I guess the Lord has to take that though, so you can't do that one. But yeah, so stuff like that is what you're going to be looking for in your detachments and stuff like that. So look out for that. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple months. So let's get into these new things for the 1 CP or 1 detachment point. First, we're leading off with Cabal of Chaos. So this one is going to be good for Psychers and Demons, Demon Princes specifically. So Heretic Astartes Psyker unit, which if you think about a Psyker unit, you can actually have Legionnaires adding the Psyker keyword with the Book of Epitome or whatever the hell it's called. So you can add the book to the Legionnaire unit to make that keyword Psyker to then benefit from something like this, which means when they're selected to shoot, if that unit makes a DIRTBAG, the range is +1 strength. So all of the weapons in that unit is going to be +1 strength to shooting. And if you have like a sorcerer, Terminator Sorcerer, that's going to be really good for this. So the Sorcerer's unit of Terminators, bolt guns now go up to strength 5, full rerolls to hit, lethal or sustain, and then AP 1 if the Sorcerer tags that unit as well. So that's going to be a really good combo. The Psyker keyword also in Chaos Cult, the AC/DC brick, they actually have a Psyker model, so that Psyker is going to get +1 to shoot, and it benefits from some of these as well. Then in the fight phase, when a friendly Demon Prince, which if you're going to be bringing the walking Demon Princes with, let's say, Nurgle, they're going to benefit essentially from the Khorne detachment, which is +2 strength and +1 AP. So they go up to strength 10, AP 3 damage on their overhead smash attacks. Or the sweep now goes to strength like 10, I think, or strength 8, AP 1 damage, 14 attacks. So that is a huge benefit if you're going to be bringing the Demon Princes. The Flying Demon Prince, Slaanesh, speed 14, is now going to get +2 strength and AP. Can't bring Khorne because it's only really psychic ones. But yeah, so this, if you're going to bring in Demon Prince, it's going to be automatically a great addition to that Demon Prince moving forward. And you can combine it with this, which you get Lance. So that's a hard-hitting Demon Prince. Strength 10, AP 3 damage Lance. Crazy. With lethal or sustain. Then you can add a Psyker model only. They then gain the Psyker keyword, which then will benefit from all this stuff. So you could probably put this on a Lord, so that way the Lord in the Terminator unit gets +1 strength on all of their shooting attacks, and you can do the free strat and stuff like that. So, shit, I guess you can do this with... Shit. So I still don't know if you have to add this to character. This just says Heretic Astartes model only. That model is a psychic keyword. So do you just attach this to a random Terminator? Or does it have to be like a solo character? Still don't know about that. Sorry. Let me know in the comments below if I put that in the comment. Then in your command phase, 1 friendly Heretic Astartes Psyker/demon units. There's a lot of demon units, guys. So if you look at Warp Talons, Possessed, I think Oblitz. Basically, this just lets you bring back a model. 2 Terminators if you killed one or killed 2. So let's say you have a Terminator, two died in the unit, and the other one isn't wounded. So now you can just bring back 2 Terminators for 1 CP because it's D3 +1. Oh, sorry, you'd have to roll the 3. So if you roll the 3, it's 4 wounds come back. So that means you basically bring back 2 Terminators. So it's 1 to 2 Terminators come back for 1 CP, or Obliterator. So Obliterator coming back with D3 +1 wounds. That's insane. So that's what I was saying. If you combine this with Chaos Cult, you can actually bring back D3 +1 wounds from the AC/DC brick because they have a Psyker keyword in that. And one of the other detachments or enhancements you can bring back is more units. So one of the enhancements is you can bring back D3 models with the Dark Apostle, and then you can use this on another unit to bring back D3 +1 models with that unit. So I think that's going to help out in Chaos Cult and really a lot of Chaos Space Marine units. Imagine D3+1 Warp Talons coming back for extending threat ranges. Yeah, that's, again, already a good combo. This is probably going to be my top 1-point detachment right there. Just that alone. And then started shooting phase. Here to start a Striker unit within 12 inches. You just get to do a mortal wound. So it's mortal wound, D3 mortal wounds, or 2D3 mortal wounds. So 33% chance to do 2 D3 mortal wounds, which is cool. It's just extra strat. So you can't do this and grenade because it's in the shooting phase. So you have to do 2 different units. So one unit can do this, one unit can do the grenade, and then you could do the dev on other shit. But like that is a lot of mortal wounds going out from 2 different units. And then in the shooting phase, you can ignore cover. Just one unit, just straight up ignoring the cover. So if you put this on like a good Terminator unit, the Terminator is going to be hitting on 3s, rerolling everything because of the ignore cover, and then +1 strength and probably +1 AP. So already ranked number 1, guys. Cabal of Chaos, definitely something good to add into a lot of stuff. You can add Psychers to a lot of units, especially the Sorcerer Psyker now has a pretty good gun. And you can give him -1, or yeah, already has -1 hit stacked with the -1 ballistic skill with the Demon Prince. That combo is going to be insane. So imagine all the combi weapons with +1 strength, with dev wounds and stuff like that. Nice. Devouts to Destruction. This one is good for the Havocs and a Blitz. I already hate Havocs. I've hated Havocs forever now. But Havocs ignoring the ballistic skill is probably going to be coming up in the ranks for the tier list. And then a Blitz being able to come down within 8 inches, getting that Melta 4 shot off is going to be freaking nuts. I think it's just flat 6 damage or flat 4 damage. No, it might just be flat 4. Flat 6 if you're within Melta. So the Blitz went up in rank as well. So this is their little detachment. They also gain heavy. So Blitz are already speed 4, so they can now move 3 inches and still gain the heavy keyword. So that's really good. So yeah, I think this is going to be good if you're going to add that extra Havoc or a Blit unit to your list. Even if you're running Night Lords, I was thinking of running Night Lords with this because adding 1 to 2 units of Blitz, they're able to come down and just obliterate something, literally, and gaining the heavy keyword, plus a whole bunch of different strats over here. The Warpsmith, you can add a Warpsmith to a Havoc unit, and you can heal 3 wounds from that Havoc unit if they killed something. And then this one, you can add 6 inches to the detection range from 24 inches of your Warpsmith unit. So the Warpsmith in the Havoc unit, you now have an 21-inch range from that unit with the detection. So that's actually pretty good. Then we have this could also be good with the Terminator detachment. So the Terminator detachment usually brings the Oblitz, uppy downy all over the place. So having this with the Terminator detachment, the new one, seems pretty scary. So that's also a good combo. Shooting phase, Havoc Oblit unit makes the Dark Pact to gain both. So 1 CP, they can get lethal and sustain with heavy. Pretty good. And then movement phase within 8 inches. Can make a null move up to D3+3. So way fast movement for the Oblitz. So they can go D3+2 or D3+3, so max 5 or 4, I guess, for them because they can't move over their movement. But when enemy units ends a move within 8 inches of friendly, so basically a reactive move, really good. So just hide behind cover. And then your opponent's shooting phase. Strength is greater than unit's toughness, -1 to wound. So your Blitz T7, anything strength 8 or higher is going to be -1 to wound them. That's really good. You can also combine this with this if you really wanted to, because then you can just bring some guys back. That's pretty cool. Dude, so much to test. So much to test. So -1 to wound strat, reactive move strat, and lethal and sustain strat, gaining heavy automatically, and being able to bring back some wounds from the Havocs as well. And the 6 inches. So yeah, it's good, guys. And then finally, this one was shit. I didn't really like this one. Not being able to attach it to a Nightmare makes sense, but they didn't give us any Battle Shock shenanigans. Like the only Battle Shock shenanigans this one, but we already have shit like this in the other 2 detachments. So you have to spend a CP to force a battle shock, and they don't get any negatives from the battle shock. So you have to like have that already built into the Raptor unit, which it is, or you can't like it's so niche. But it has to be a Warp Talon unit as well, so you can't even combine it with the Raptor unit. So your movement phase, when a friendly Warp Talons unit ends a move, select one visible enemy unit within 9 inches, and they must take a battle shock test at -1. So you're forcing it, and then they also get, I think, reroll hits a 1. So hitting on 3, reroll hits a 1. And then their -1 to hit you back, but they don't get any +1 to wounds. So like the Nightmare Detachment that we already have is +1 to wound against battle shock targets. So that's why I don't like that you can't combine it, stuff like that. Like having this and the other detachments would be really good, forcing battle shocks. But yeah, and then in your movement phase, Heritage Astartes fly, infantry fly, makes a fallback move. You can fall back and charge. So that's good if you're running a whole Warp Talon unit. And then Warp Talons gain last. So if you wanted to run a 10-man Warp Talon unit in all of your detachments, this could be one just to buff up that specific unit. So you have Lance on them, Strength 5, full twin linked Lance, seems really good. Fall back and charge, obviously really good. That's in the movement phase, so you can combine these two. And then if you wanted to force this to do a battle shock test to make that unit -1 to hit a flying unit specifically, it's -1 to hit. You can reroll ones to hit if they're battle shocked. So that's, yeah, again, the Warp Talons or a 10-man Raptor unit. This one is Raptors, Warp Talons. So Raptors do benefit from this. All of their heavy melee weapons now, led by maybe Harkin, forcing that battle shock. So 10 Warp Talons or 10 Raptors, Harkin, using this detachment. It's going to fuck up some battle shocks going into the fight phase. And gaining Lance. So winning most stuff on 4s and then everything else on 2s. Put this on a Chaos Lord. They have +1 attack and gain the Demon keyword. Or that unit has a 5 invuln save. So putting this on the Jump Back Lord with the Raptor unit, the Raptors have 3 up, 5 up. That's probably needed for them because they freaking die so fast. And you get a free strat because of the Lord. So I think this could actually be really good to test with this. These with the Lord. And yeah, I mean, Pile and Consolidate 6 with the Lord is kind of busted. So really good in 11th edition. All right, guys, so there they are. I think if you haven't tried the Warp Strike Champions, it's super fun, especially if you love Terminators. For Terminators with that, I think we're going to test out. We definitely want to test out Chaos Cult with the Oblit one. I actually made a list. It was, no, it was with this one. So Chaos Cult with this, I made a list. It was a Sorcerer, 5 Terminators, and a Demon Prince in that list because Demon Prince gives out the stuff. So I have the Demon Prince buffing from it, and then the Chaos Sorcerer buffing from it as well, also to be able to make something else -1 to hit. So we're testing this one out with Chaos Cult, and then we're going to go the Warp Strike Champions with the Oblits, and then we have the Nightmare Hunt, probably with the Oblits again. Because the Blitz will benefit from all of the +1 to wound if there's battle shock, stuff like that. So having a unit of Blitz in here with the Nightmare Hunt seems really good. Renegade Warband, Skip, Soulforge Warpack's good on its own. And then the Fellhammer Siege Host is also good with the top one, the Cabal, because you're going to be bringing the Demon Prince anyway. It's a lot of buffs. You can do more mortals. You can heal guys back. And you can straight up ignore cover with a lot of stuff. So I think this one with the Iron Warriors one is going to be really fun. But yeah, guys, we're going to make a separate video on the lists. So stay tuned for that. If you guys are Patreons, you get all this stuff ahead of time on patreon.com. So go support us over there. And if you want that professional coach in your corner, that's where you're going to want to support us as well. And then the merch, like I said, with the t-shirts, these are sick. So go get your Horan shirt. And Abaddon is new. We added Abaddon. So guys, appreciate it. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything, what combos you guys are thinking about going into 11th edition. I appreciate it. Thanks for clicking on the video, and we'll see you in another video soon. All right, guys, thanks for sticking towards the end of the video. If you guys want to support the channel, all the links in the description below, which we'll go over. But these right here, we have 3D prints of Cypher, Tech Priest, Phobo Libby, Combi Libby, Lieutenant, Calidus, Codiaz, and the Lord of Contagion. All those are up for sale. Message me on Discord. All these widgets, the 6-inch, 2-inch, 3-inch, 1-inch, they pop out. Those are up for sale. The 9-inch widget, the 1 CP token, where you guys can keep track of the CP every single game. The token markers for Chaos and Grey Knights, they're poker chips. Those are really good for sticky objectives. And then also the wound gauges and the fuck you and fuck me tokens are up for sale as well. And we have a new sponsor, Snot Goblin Terrain. They are really, really cool. What's great about them is you can customize them for any layout. So if you run a Games Workshop layout, or if you run WTC layout, you can run it that way. And the best part, it's super hard plastic, not going to break on you, and also it's all fully painted. So check on the link below if you guys want to check these guys out. We use them in our streams and they look super awesome on the stream, but it's really good to travel into all your stores and bring them with you. So check those guys out. Then we still have 3D6 Wargaming, where if you guys want some custom templates, you guys can click on these. And then our new and improved Rexar lasers, laser lights with the Dirtbag logo on them. These guys are at a lot of local GTs, especially in the Texas area, but these lines are, or these lasers are rechargeable. So definitely be picking this up. I'm going to be getting sent one of these so I can show you guys on the live stream and stuff like this. But you guys get the Dirtbags and the lasers rechargeable, so highly recommend the Rexar lasers in the description below. Look at this. Look at that line. It is so good. And it's rechargeable. At the top, it's got the USB. Just plug it right in. Good to go. This shit is legit. And lastly, guys, the merch store. This I love seeing at GTs. When you see it across the room, you see your own logo, which is so cool. It's the red, white, and blue. We have the hats as well. They're all flex fit with the Dirtbags logo on the back. I just love wearing backwards hats. But all of these are available in the Printify shop. It's print to order, so you can get all of these shirts, different sizes, different colors. We also have the old school stuff. We have the Nurgling. We have mugs, which you can fit your entire hand in, and some of the Grey Knight logos as well. So let me know what I'm missing. You can message me on Discord, but stay tuned. If you guys are interested in the Patreon, that'll come up last. So appreciate it, guys, and let's keep it going. What is up, gents? 40k Dirtbags here. If you guys are interested in joining the Dirtbag Nation over at patreon.com, you get a bunch of perks. What we did in 2024 was we really expanded. I traveled a ton and I played my ass off in 40k. Right now, we're ranked #1 best player in the United States on ITC rankings. We were the #1 Chaos Space Marine player in the world this year in 2024. 2 years ago, we got ranked #1 Grey Knight player in the world, and this year we're probably going to go into Death Guard, hopefully when the new Codex comes out, or Emperor's Children. But you guys, if you guys want that head coach or that coach always in your corner, just to ask questions, bounce ideas off, that's what the competitive Dirtbag and the Dirtbag Nation is all about. If you guys want to support the channel, you head over to patreon.com. You can join the Just a Car tab, which is $5 a month. You guys get access to the Discord Patreon tab. You have to be a patron to get into that Discord, and also I'm always there. All the other coaches are there. Basically, it's just such a good community over on Discord that you guys get specific access to it that only Patreons can get. If you guys want to bump that up, the competitive Dirtbag tier, you guys get to message me or another Grandmaster or another Dirtbag coach over the Dirtbag Nation to add unlimited questions, list ideas, list reviews, and bounce ideas off of. That's what having a coach in your corner is all about. If you guys want to bump up to the Grandmaster tier, that tier you get every perk under the sun. So basically you get access to Discord, you get one-on-one coaching, you get a call once a month if you guys would like to go over any RTTs coming up, any GTs coming up, any list reviews live over Discord chat, and also a special perk that Grandmasters get. If you guys want any video suggestions like we do all the time with these table setup that we just upgraded thanks to the Patreons, you guys get suggestions or battle reports you want to see specifically played live by a coach or myself on the next battle report, or a live battle report coming up on the Patreon. So you guys get obviously first access to all the videos. We post them first on patreon.com, but there's just a ton of benefits to having a professional coach that plays this game all the time at the very, very high competitive level in your corner at all times. And that's really what the Dirtbag Nation is all about, getting you guys better at 40K, the basics, and being good in your community. So if you guys want to support the channel, I really appreciate it. Couldn't have done it without you guys in 2024, 2025. I am super stoked for, super excited for. We really want to get a bigger studio going. That is going to be my focus in 2025, is really growing the community on YouTube and Patreon specifically. So thank you so much for 2024, all my Patreons. If you guys are interested in joining and want that coach in your corner, head over to patreon.com and support the channel. Appreciate it.